Welcome to your daily devotional with me, PMV. Today we're going to be in James chapter 3, verses 13 through 18. That's James 3, 13 through 18. James says, "Who is wise and understanding among you? Let him show by his good conduct that his works are done by the meekness of wisdom." Now, James has just been talking about our words and how we can bless our God and Father with one word and then we turn and curse others, and how these things should not be. And we need to watch our hearts because out of the overflow of the heart, the mouth speaks. So now I think what he's talking about here in this being wise and understanding has to do also with speech, that we talk in such a way where we're either claiming to be wise and understanding or not. And he's saying, so if you're claiming to be wise and understanding, your deeds really need to show it. It's not just about what you say, it's about what you do. So again, verse 13, "Who is wise and understanding among you? Let him show by his good conduct that his works are done in the meekness of wisdom. But if you have bitter envy and self-seeking in your hearts, don't boast and lie against the truth." He's saying, look, if in your hearts you're just seeking your own gain, don't try to act like you're not, because you will be found out. He says, verse 15, "This wisdom does not descend from above, but is earthly, sensual, and demonic. For where envy and self-seeking exist, confusion and every evil thing are there." So he's contrasting a meekness that is wise and understanding and godly and bears good fruit versus a, quote, wisdom, a worldly wisdom that's really self-driven. And it will make itself known over time. You can't hide it forever. If you are self-seeking and self-driven and your, quote, wisdom is really about you, it will be found out in the end. Over time, it will bear the fruit of your selfishness and your selfish desires. Then he says, verse 16, "For where envy and self-seeking exist, confusion and every evil thing are there. But the wisdom that is from above is first pure and peaceable, gentle, willing to yield, full of mercy and good fruits, without partiality and without hypocrisy." Again, it's that our actions will produce a fruit that reveals the reality of our heart. So it's what we say reflects the condition of our heart, but also what we do bears fruit. And if we are truly walking in God's ways, then we'll bear this fruit that he's listed here. It will be the end result of our words and our actions. But if we claim to be walking with God, but in our hearts we're really not, and by our speech and our actions we're just being self-centered, eventually that will be made known. You just can't hide it forever. Then verse 18, he says, "Now the fruit of righteousness is sown in peace by those who make peace." It's interesting that he brings in this concept of peace. You know, when we walk with the Lord and we're doing things according to his ways and we're walking in his wisdom, we can have peace even in the midst of great trials, even in the midst of conflict, even in the midst of loss or hard times. We can have peace because we're with God. We're walking in his ways. Our confidence is in him. But if our confidence is in our own wisdom, our own works, and we're just self-driven, we rob ourselves of our own peace because we are our own gods. We are depending on ourselves, our own strength to get everything that we want, to get everything we need, to do it our way. And in that, we rob ourselves of peace, because we're not trusting in the Lord, the one who's bringing all things to his end. We're actually found fighting against him. We're at war with God when we're just following our own selfish desires. I want to read this short passage one more time as we bring it to a close. Again, it's in the context of our speech. "Who is wise and understanding among you? Let him show by his good conduct that his works are done in the meekness of wisdom." What you say is ultimately going to bear fruit. What you do is going to bear fruit. The results of what you do will speak to the condition of your heart. But if you have bitter envy and self-seeking in your hearts. Do not boast and lie against the truth. This wisdom does not descend from above, but is earthly, sensual, and demonic. Beware of the root of your actions, your thoughts, and your speech. For where envy and self-seeking exist, confusion and every evil thing are there. That's the fruit it's going to bear. But the wisdom that is from above is first pure and peaceable, gentle, willing to yield, full of mercy and good fruits, without partiality, without hypocrisy. That is the fruit of the wisdom of God. That is the fruit of doing the things that are pleasing to God. That's the life that will come forth in you. Then verse 18, now the fruit of righteousness is sown in peace by those who make peace. Again, when we're walking in God's ways, which he basically sums it all up by the word righteousness, we will know the peace that accompanies that life. But if we're lying, we're walking in selfishness, self-envy, we're doing things for personal gain, and yet claiming to be God's people walking in his ways, we won't have peace. Our own conscience convicts us, and the fruit that will come forth in our life will not be peaceful. It will be torment. It will be the things of this world. It will be fading. It will pass away. The good news is that by faith in Christ, we can be changed and we can live a life that bears this awesome fruit that's been described here in verse 17. That can be our lives. And that's what I close with today is thank God through Jesus Christ that we can be different. Thank God through Jesus Christ we can be changed. Thank God that through Jesus Christ we can have a heavenly wisdom and we can bear the fruit of righteousness and know the peace of God. That is possible for us today through faith in Jesus Christ. And thank God for it. Thank you for joining me today. For more information, go to pmbministries.org. As always, I hope you have a great day.